Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on your Sunday. Thank you so much for waking up with us. It's September, what are we, the 14th?
14th.
And Justin Horn is here in for Sarah.
What a morning, man. Did you see the sunrise?
I did. It was like purple.
Gorgeous. Yeah, a little pink,
What
little
causes
purple.
the purple in the sunrise?
Well, it's the high clouds. You get the cirrus clouds, you get the refraction, you get the beautiful colors. It was really, really nice out there this morning.
Ask a scientist. They always know.
That's right. Let's get into the forecast, which is a pretty good one today if you're going to be out and about. Really, it's going to look a lot like the last several days where you get some decent temperatures in the morning and then some hot temperatures in the afternoon. You got some high clouds starting to shift in from the west, some cirrus clouds working their way through. That's one of the reasons we had the beautiful sunrise. So maybe a little added cloud cover today, and that has to do with the fact that we saw some storms out across West Texas last night, and some of that leftover activity is moving in our direction. Not the rain, just the clouds, so we don't get any rain today. As you look at temperatures, 73 degrees outside right now, 70 in Pleasanton, 72 Hondo, 69 in Kerrville. So again, not a bad morning, but the humidity is certainly there. I think as we get into the afternoon, you'll see those humidity levels drop a little bit, and then you'll get into, some drier weather, but those temperatures still above average. 94 is where we end up today with partly cloudy skies. And we're going to see more of this ahead. There is a very small chance of a shower tomorrow. Plus, we've got some activity out in the Atlantic. We'll check in on both of those chances for the development out there and for the rain chance coming up here in just a couple minutes. Sarah?
Justin, thank you. What you're looking at this morning is a map of all the overnight shootings that happened across San Antonio. There was 4 in total, and many left people in critical condition. So let's take a look at the first one, happening after midnight at a gas station off of I-35 in Rittiman on the northeast side. When police arrived on scene, they found a man in the parking lot with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. So we're told that suspect ran from the scene, and as of right now, police don't know what led up to the shooting. And then just before 1:30 this morning, a shooting at the River Center parking garage in downtown near the Riverwalk happened. Police say 3 people were shot on the top floor of that parking garage. 2 of the 3 were taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The 3rd person is expected to be okay. They were treated on scene for a gunshot graze wound. As of right now, police don't know what led up to that shooting, and no suspects have been caught. Then about 20 minutes later, a house party turned violent after another shooting happened on the far west side. Police say a car was circling outside of the party when eventually an argument broke out with those in the car and the party goers. That's when the people in the car pulled out a gun and shot 2 men outside of the home. They were both taken to the hospital. 1 man is expected to be okay. However, the other person is in critical condition. The suspects drove off, but police say they have people of interest. And about 30 minutes later, reports of a shooting at an apartment complex on Callahan Road, not far from I-10. So we're still learning what led up to that shooting, but we will keep you updated once we learn more information. An argument turned deadly after a 35-year-old man was shot and killed yesterday morning on the west side. This happened on San Fernando Street, not far from I-10. When police arrived, they found a man on the ground with a gunshot wound. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Police say the man and the suspect were arguing when the suspect pulled out a gun and fired, then ran away. Initial reports suggested the shooter might have been in a nearby apartment. So that's why you see the SWAT team on your screen there. They were called out, but they did not find the shooter there. Another person has been arrested in connection with a deadly kidnapping and drive-by shooting that happened last month. So this is Marcos Villegas. San Antonio police say he's 20 years old and he broke into a home with a group of other people and assaulted those at gunpoint. Police add the group then sent messages to 44-year-old Antonio Sanchez to lure him to the home. That's when someone shot and killed Sanchez. According to an arrest affidavit, Villegas left the home before the shooting happened, but it states he held the gun during the break-in and the initial assault. He's been charged with aggravated kidnapping. Police have also arrested 20-year-old Rafael Ricardo Jesus Almendares. and are still looking for 19-year-old Marco Vasquez, who is wanted for capital murder. And this morning, police are looking for a motorcyclist involved in a hit and run that left a man hospitalized. So this happened around 9:30 Friday night on Fredericksburg Road near West Woodlawn Avenue. SAPD tells us a man crossing the street without using a crosswalk was hit by a motorcycle. That motorcyclist did not stop and render aid, and that man was taken to the hospital. There's no word on how they are doing at this time, and the driver will face criminal charges once they are found. Well, President Trump says he will attend the funeral for slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk and calls on the nation to heal after his assassination. Here's ABC's Johnny Fernandez with the latest.
After the deadly shooting of controversial activist Charlie Kirk, President Trump says he hopes the country can heal. In a brief phone interview with NBC, the president repeated unfounded claims that the radical left is promoting violence, even as he called for the nation to heal. He added they stand in the way of reconciliation. His comments come as tributes pour in for Kirk, who was fatally shot during a campus debate at Utah Valley University. His widow speaking publicly for the first time since his death, vowing to continue her husband's fight.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Meanwhile, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, the suspected gunman, remains in the Utah County Jail. Investigators have been searching his apartment complex, collecting evidence and towing his vehicle. Sources tell ABC News the suspect's father recognized him in these photos and told his son to turn himself in. They said he initially said no, but then changed his mind.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Authorities say Robinson's family told the investigator he had been more political and talked about how he didn't like Kirk's views. Kirk's funeral is planned for September 21st at State Farm Stadium in Arizona. President Trump already saying he plans to attend. The organization Kirk founded, Turning Point USA, inviting supporters to join them in celebrating what they called his remarkable life and enduring legacy. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
It's 8:08, 73 degrees. Are you looking for a fun thing to do today that's affordable? How about visit the San Antonio Zoo for just $8? Plus, you can meet the zoo's newest mascot.
And you might be a Spurs fan, but are you a Spurs supporter? Coming up this morning, we'll show you the new section. They're looking for the best of the best here in Alamo City.
Talk about a way to wake up, Justin. Love that energy.
Oh, that is good stuff. I can't wait for the Spurs season. All right, outside right now, we've got some clouds, but a comfortable morning, 73. Where do we get to this afternoon? Another look at that forecast is headed your way.
If you're looking for something to do today, it's Locals Day at the San Antonio Zoo, which means you can visit for just $8. The only requirement is that you have to be a Bexar County resident. You just have to bring proof of your address. The zoo is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And maybe you'll get to see the San Antonio Zoo's newest mascot. That is Savannah the giraffe. She's super cute. Getting like Toys R Us was Jeffrey vibes, right? Jeffrey, yeah. Yeah, remember Jeffrey? All right, yesterday they threw a community party introducing Savannah with special appearances from local mascots like HEB Buddy and Wada Guy. I forget about Wada Guy. The zoo says Savannah is more than just a mascot. She represents the zoo's efforts to save giraffes, whose numbers are dropping fast around the world. Every giraffe feeding tour and stay at Spec Boom Lodge helps fund the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, the only organization focused solely on protecting giraffes in the wild. I know that KSAT's Mike was out there at one point.
That is quite a collection of mascots.
Yeah.
The jalapeno. I mean, man.
Is Mike out in that picture? Oh, yeah, Mike was in that picture.
That's incredible.
KSAT Mike.
Love it.
Okay, this is very exciting. Go Spurs, go. This morning, the Spurs are looking for the next wave of super supporters to cheer on the team every home game, and it could be you.
I would have been out there if I had to work. Just saying.
All right, well, Devin Karp is live out in the stadium for tryout registration. I love this, Devin. All right, I need to hear from these guys.
Oh, yeah. The energy is absolutely electric out here. You're not going to find any more dedicated fans than this right here. What's up, man? What's up, baby? Go, go, go. Let's go. Go. Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Let's go. Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Ain't nobody like the Spurs. So you say, man, you're married to the game, right? Married to the game right here, baby, the one and only. I'm only married to my Spurs. We got Darth Spurs over here, Darth Wemby, right? Yes, that's right. Go, Wemby. Awesome. Heck yeah. What's up, bud? Are you ready? Yeah. Give me five. We need a championship ring. Let's go, baby. Go, Spurs, go. Registration is happening today from 7 to 9 a.m. Tryouts are going to be all day today with Wemby sitting in looking for the new best of the best supporters here for the Spurs. For more information, you can visit KSAT.com to see stuff about tryouts. It's some tough competition out here. It's some tough competition out here, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Sarah, Justin, I'll save you guys a spot in line if you want it. For now, I'll send it back to you, Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News, and go Spurs, go.
My gosh.
Well, if you're not awake, you are now.
Okay, so if you couldn't hear what Devin was saying,
Yeah.
basically the Spurs have a dedicated section
Correct.
to the super fans, okay?
Yes. It's not the baseline bums. They'll still exist, but this is like a next level situation.
And you are there, and you're expected to keep that energy throughout the game, and these are tryouts to see who is the biggest fan. And obviously, it's going to be a tough competition out there. Wemby is going to be making an appearance out there while they're cheering him. I mean, if you're there early,
Oh, yeah.
you got to have
No,
Wemby
these
out
are
there.
super fans, and I love it, and I love the costumes, the painted faces, the everything.
It's too good. I don't know. Devin, I cannot wait to see you again at 8:30.
Devin may not have a voice, and that means he did a good job. Yes. All right. I guess we'll jump into the forecast here.
Yeah, let's
Where
go.
we're headed. All right.
Go, Spurs, go. Go, Justin, go.
Yes. Thank you. I feel energized now.
That was not enough energy compared to what we just saw.
I know.
I'll
Why
work on
can't
it.
We can't match that. All right. Let's take a look at the hottest Septembers on record. And I wanted to point this out because I had a few people asking me, like, hey, it's been really hot. Is this one of the hottest Septembers we've seen? And the short answer to that is no. When you average out all the temperatures, 2023 was by far the hottest September we have seen on record. The average temperature was 87. That takes into account highs and lows. You see the other records there. 2025, as it stands right now, we average 81.9. That's enough for 23rd. So we're really not even in the top. I mean, we're not in the top 10, not even top 20. Now, we are expecting some warm temperatures to finish out the month. We could certainly move up, but I don't expect that we'll move into the top 5. So this is good news. We are going to be above average, though. And really what has helped us is we've had some cool mornings. So when you average it all out, it's not so bad, but it's these afternoons where we see the temperatures jump above average. In some cases, well above average. I mean, the average right now is 91. We are forecast to go all the way up to 95 on Thursday. You look at the water vapor imagery, and there is a low spinning out over the Rocky Mountains. That produced some thunderstorms yesterday across West Texas. We're not getting any of that rain as this system is going to move too far to the north, but it is throwing some clouds in our direction. So that's why we are seeing some of those thin cirrus clouds this morning. We'll see those throughout the day today. I don't think it will have much of an effect on our forecast. And you look at the futurecast here as we get to 7 o'clock, not much out there. I do show you this, though, because tomorrow the models have been hinting at a couple showers perhaps developing along the coastal plain. Could that happen? Maybe. The odds are low. I'd say 10% or less. And I do not think any of these showers make their way into San Antonio. This shows a couple trying to get close, and I can't completely rule it out, but even if we do see something, it would be a very short-lived, brief shower. Our forecast today, 79 at 10 a.m., 82, 11 o'clock, 85 noontime. 94 is where we end up with partly cloudy skies, and then down to 90 at 7 p.m., 88 at 8 p.m., and we'll see less humidity during the afternoon, so at least there's that. 73 right now, 70 in New Braunfels, 70 in Gonzales. If you're heading out for the morning run, maybe you're headed to church, good weather, no big problems. Dew points are in the upper 60s, so it is a little muggy, that is for sure, with dew points in the 70s out west. But this number will come down during the afternoon, and it should come down enough to where we really don't have to worry about a heat index. So that's nice. And this kind of pattern will continue this upcoming week. The dew point trend is going to be such that we get muggy mornings, and then by the afternoon, say 3 to 8 o'clock, it's pleasant. Dew points may drop into the 50s, and then we'll do this again every day. Humid mornings, less humidity during the afternoon. All right, very quickly, I do want to update the tropics, and you know what? I need to update it again because notice that this area here turned red. That means they've upped the percentage of development, and I'll get you the updated percentage, probably somewhere in 70 to 80% range. Basically, the Hurricane Center is confident that this wave here, as it moves west and northwest, is going to develop into something, could be a named storm. Gabrielle is the next name on the list, but the latest thinking is that this will turn out over the Atlantic. We still need to watch it, and things could change, but that's kind of the latest thinking, that this would not have an effect on the United States. And really, this season has not been, knock on wood, so bad. 93 Monday, 94 Tuesday, 93 Wednesday. Basically, the cut and paste type forecast here all the way through the end of the week and going into next week. And of course, fall officially starts next Monday. So
any sign of a cool front with that fall?
Nope, nothing yet.
Ooh.
But maybe October. There's always October.
We need the Spurs fans' energy to cheer on this forecast.
That would be good. Something to get it moving.
Yeah, let's get this cool front.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
All right, 820, 73 degrees. The iconic Bill Miller barbecue spot downtown has closed after decades. Oh, it's like, you know, when you go down there and you smell where they do the smoking and the baking the pies. But hey, we have some good news. We'll tell you about a brand new 2-story building that's set to open. That's after the break. Okay, sad news for San Antonio barbecue lovers as Bill Miller's Barbecue's iconic downtown flagship restaurant, it has closed. We're talking about the one that's across from fire and police safety headquarters. That restaurant has stood for decades on West Cesar Chavez Boulevard. However, a new 2-story building is being built for the company's new headquarters that will be completed sometime this month. It'll be located off of Old Highway 90 and 151 on the west side. I've driven by it several times. It is massive. It's close to ACS and the San Antonio Food Bank. It's got a lot of room out there, so if you're gonna miss the smell of where they smoke the barbecue or those pies baking early in the morning, you will be able to smell it, probably by a lot more since it's gonna be such a huge space over on the west side. Cool. 825, 73 degrees. Coming up, a multi-vehicle crash left several cars damaged, including that Bexar County Sheriff Deputy's vehicle you're seeing on your screen. What we know about that crash so far. And a child is in the hospital after being hit by a car. What led to the crash and the latest on his condition. Good morning. It's 8:30 on your Sunday. It's September 14th. Hey, lots of energy with the Spurs fans this morning.
Boy, yes, and I love it. I am so excited for the Spurs season. I know they are too. And the fact that they're putting together this group of people to really cheer on the Spurs is going to be amazing.
Yeah, so we're talking about over at the Frost Center, they are having Spurs super fan tryouts because they have a section dedicated during the season for the ultimate Spurs fans, the ones that the camera pans to, that has all the crazy costumes and energy, no matter what the score is.
Yes. And they got to basically be at every game, but they will if they want to.
100%. And
Yes.
we'll bring you that coverage in just a bit. Devin Karp is live having fun with all of the fans this morning. But first, Justin, how can we prepare for the weather today?
Just treat it like it was yesterday. I mean, we are on rinse and repeat, really. 73 degrees out there right now. We've got 72 in New Braunfels, 68 Fredericksburg. A little humid, a little bit of cloud cover, but all in all, just a very quiet morning as you head out the door this morning for whatever activities you have early on your Sunday. 85 noontime, 91 at 2 o'clock, 94 will be our high temperature today. That's just about where we were yesterday. It may be just a little bit more cloud cover, as we've been saying, because we do have some clouds coming out of West Texas, but they don't contain any rain. And as it stands right now, we are about 2.5 inches above average when it comes to rainfall, 25.08 inches. So we're doing okay. But as we've been talking about, the drought is still here too. So it's, we could still use some more. That's the bottom line. And we're going to kind of sift through the forecast to see if we can find some. We'll talk more about the extended forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. Sarah?
Justin, thank you. New this morning, a child is in the hospital after he was hit by a car. It's happening on the far northeast side. It happened just before 10:30 on UHR Lane. That's near Thousand Oaks Drive. Police say the child is between 10 and 13 years old. He was riding his bike down the street when he was struck by a car. The child was taken to the hospital with possible head trauma. The driver stayed on scene and is cooperating with police. Now, around the same time, a car crash on I-35 near North Weidner Road, also on the northeast side, involving multiple vehicles, including a Bexar County Sheriff deputy's vehicle. So as you can see on your screen, that whole front side of the BCSO SUV, not looking good. Smashed up, the front is smashed in, and other cars involved also have a lot of damage to them. We're not exactly sure what caused this crash and the injuries involved around this crash, but once we get that information, we will bring it to you on air and online. And the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is searching for a 78-year-old man who's been reported missing around 3 p.m. yesterday. So we're talking about Ronald Stoltz. He was last seen wearing a blue jacket, a gray dress shirt, and blue jeans along I-35 in New Braunfels. He is 6 feet tall. He weighs 198 pounds and has blue eyes and gray hair. The Silver Alert states he may be driving a black 2018 Kia Optima with the Texas plate KJB 5154. Stoltz is diagnosed with a cognitive impairment, and law enforcement officials believe this person's disappearance poses a credible threat to their own health and safety. So if you have any information, you are asked to call that number on your screen there. I know it's small, but if you can see, it says call BCSO in blue, 210-335-6000. Well, 2 Harper ISD students have been arrested after allegedly planning an attack on campus. So Gillespie County Sheriff's Office says it was notified of a potential threat to the campus on Wednesday, September 10th. They later determined there was enough probable cause to obtain arrest warrants. One student has been charged with a 3rd-degree felony and a state jail felony. The other student has been charged with a state jail felony as well. So both students are being held in juvenile detention centers. This investigation is still ongoing, and we'll update you as we learn more. Meanwhile, Uvalde CISD schools will be shutting their doors for most of the upcoming week after an alleged cyber attack. So UCISD campuses will be closed tomorrow, which is Monday the 15th through Thursday the 18th. District officials tell us that a ransomware has been found in the district's servers, adding that this hack affects systems that are crucial for safety and security, such as the central camera monitoring location, visitor management systems, and a phone system. An investigation is still underway. Well, President Trump has issued an ultimatum to NATO allies regarding sanctions on Russia. So in a social media post, Trump said he will impose major sanctions on Russia, but only if NATO countries implement their own sanctions first. He also urged NATO members to stop buying oil from Russia, saying that continued purchases undermine their negotiating power. Trump claimed that Russia's war in Ukraine would end quickly if these actions were taken. Additionally, He called on NATO countries to significantly increase tariffs on China as a show of strength. The Trump administration has paused some funding for PEPFAR. That's the U.S.'s main AIDS relief program. International groups and lawmakers warn that these cuts are already hurting patients and crucial projects across the globe. Congress is still fighting the White House over billions in withheld funding. So PEPFAR's money was handled by USAID, which President Trump shut down earlier this year. The State Department did issue a waiver to protect life-saving services, including PEPFAR, but nonprofits say some HIV and AIDS projects have been stopped and new ones are on hold. And you may be wondering what these hand signs are. This is American Sign Language, spelling out KSAT, KSAT. It's a language that thousands of people who are deaf or hard of hearing use to communicate. So as you can see here, this man is using sign language, and you'll quickly understand why. For the first time in over a decade, a local organization hosted a festival for deaf people here in San Antonio. Our Zaria Oates spoke with people about why having an event like this is so important for our community.
This story is going to look a little bit different. You've already seen some of it. If you look at the top right corner of your screen, this is David Cisneros. He is going to be signing what I say for anyone who's deaf or hard of hearing. That's because the World Health Organization estimates there are about 430 million people experiencing hearing loss worldwide, and September is Deaf Awareness Month.
My love for the deaf community, deaf culture.
It's hard to track down exactly how many people are deaf or hard of hearing in Texas, but here in San Antonio, there is a community.
I would like to see more things happen more often that are accessible for all people, whether they're hearing or they're deaf.
So the Deaf Association of San Antonio, or DASA, hosted the city's first deaf festival in more than 10 years.
We originally started holding this festival back in the 1980s.
This is Joseph, the president of the Deaf Association of San Antonio. Voicing over him signing is a family friend.
It's important to emphasize that deaf people can really do anything with the exception of hearing. They can drive, they can work.
Hearing people see. The deaf people is about communicating, it's about being shared.
It was really important for me to come to this event because this was the opportunity for me to see all my friends, meet new people. I was able to invite students to come.
Shannon is an ASL teacher at a local high school where she prides herself on getting students immersed in the deaf community.
So I wanted the students to come and see for themselves, see that it's okay to come and talk with deaf people. This is a very loving and welcoming community.
And they hope to make this Deaf Festival an annual event once again.
I really feel inspired to see this many people come out.
Zaria Oates, KSAT 12 News.
Sorry, I love that story. Thank you so much. It's 8:38, 73 degrees. Go Spurs, go!
Might be a Spurs fan, but are you a Spurs super fan? I'm talking to the fans like Magnus. What's up, man? You ready? All right, show off some of your skills. Let's go, let's go. Tryouts for the new Spurs supporter section are underway. We'll have more fan reaction coming up on KSAT 12.
So much energy. All right, a 6-month-old just finished her time at work. Yes, you heard that right, how Tyler City Council celebrated one of its youngest retirees. And a Texas teen is making history as he's heading to the World Athletics Championships. Here's an incredible story and what's next for this rising star.
And outside with Live Cam, we've got partly cloudy skies, a comfortable morning underway, 73 degrees. Some hot weather on the way this week. Look at your forecast this jet ahead.
All right, listen to this. A fellow Texan teen has made history as the youngest athlete ever to join the U.S. team for the World Athletics Championships. So 16-year-old Cooper Lukenhaus will compete among 2,200 of the world's best track and field athletes when the event kicks off this Saturday in Tokyo. No one, including Cooper, expected him to make the team. His original goal at the U.S. National Championships was just to reach the final, but instead he shocked everyone by winning silver in the 800 meters, smashing the under-18 world record by more than a second. Wow. best of luck to you. Meanwhile, this 6-month-old enjoying her time away from the office now because on Wednesday, the Tyler City Council celebrated the efforts of one of its youngest retirees.
Today we have Olivia Alicorn, who's receiving her certificate for 6 months of service to the city of Tyler.
As a mom of a 6-month-old, I love this story. Olivia has just completed her time in Tyler's Infant at Work program. That's the initiative that lets workers bring their babies to the job at 4 weeks old until they reach 6 months old. Olivia's mom and her co-worker Vita Alacran is the employee at Tyler Transit. She said this program had a big impact on her family's life. The Infant at Work initiative debuted in 2002, and Olivia was the 20th baby to retire. Olivia now plans to spend more of her time with her grandmother. Oh, it's a good retirement.
I wonder what her pension plan looks like.
She's got to know.
College fund is, that's cool. That's actually a very ingenious idea.
Yeah, because being a new mom is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're exhausted.
Sure.
And, finding childcare, leaving your 4-week-old baby with somebody.
No, that's rough.
It's hard, but congratulations.
That'd been cool if you could have brought your daughter to work. Let her anchor a little bit.
I've brought her. There's been times where I'm staying late, Nanny drops her off, and Dottie's right next to me.
There you go.
Finishing a story.
It's tough these days, man. All right, well, that's good stuff. Let's take a look at the forecast real quick, Sarah, and we'll talk about the fact that there were some showers and a few storms out across West Texas yesterday. Still some lingering rain actually this morning out in the Big Bend, but this is not going to make it here. We'll just see some of the leftover clouds from that activity that is surging in from the west. So it made for a beautiful sunrise, by the way. If you look at the futurecast, I think we'll see some high clouds. We'll also see some of those cumulus clouds that have developed each and every day. And the question would be, would those bubble up into any showers or storms? Not today, but actually tomorrow, I think there is an outside chance for that. The models continue to show maybe a shower or two. Could they make it to San Antonio? Doubtful, but just can't completely rule it out. Rain chances are 10% or less, and if you do see one, it'll be brief. Unfortunately, this is not any sort of significant rainfall. 79 at 10 a.m., 82 at 11 a.m., 85 noontime, 91 2 p.m., 93 at 3 p.m., and then 94 will be our high today. So steady as she goes. This is almost exactly where we've been over the last week. It just, this pattern is really unchanging. 76 degrees at the airport right now, 74 in Pleasanton, 77 in Eagle Pass. Most of us in the 70s. There are a few 60s as you get up into Fredericksburg. So let's look at the long-term forecast here. What changes, if anything at all? And we do have some storm systems that move to the north of Texas, but they don't move far enough south to really give us any rain chance. We still have this pesky old high nearby. And that low kind of sits up there, by the way, across the northern plains. So that's where all the active weather will be. And I think even parts of North Texas could see some weather. But for us, we just cannot seem to get anything going here. There's no fronts, no storm system that moves or dives deep enough to the south to give us any sort of real rain chance. And that storm system will start to move east as we get into the latter part of the weekend, and maybe then the pattern changes a little bit, but for the time being, we're stuck. As I said, all the rain's going to be up here across the northern tier states, so places like Omaha, Minneapolis, Chicago, they'll all see rain over the next 7 days. This is cumulative, by the way, but in Texas, the numbers are, well, there's hardly anything. San Antonio, 207 inch. If that, again, that would be maybe a stray shower somewhere in that forecast, but it's not looking promising. Then we look beyond that. What does September 20th through 24th, so basically towards the end of September, look like? Well, this is interesting. This is the temperature outlook, and the way to read this map is the darker the orange, the higher the likelihood you're going to see above average temperatures. Rarely do you see the entire country blanketed in orange, but that's basically what we're looking at here. So I think that it is going to be above average for not only us, but for a large portion of the United States. And it has to do in large part to just, we're not seeing those storm systems dive south and drawing down some of the cooler air that would be up in Canada. So as long as the storm systems stay north, we're going to be looking at these warm temperatures. So yeah, September, it's been a warm one. I do think we'll start to see some fronts. We will start to see some fronts in October, and we'll get cool eventually, I promise, but not anytime soon. 94. today, 93 Monday, 94 Tuesday, 93 Wednesday, and mid-90s going into next weekend.
Are you a Spurs fan, Justin?
I am, but not like these folks.
Like, are you a super fan?
I am, but again, not to this level.
I need to see you at this level, okay? Because we're looking for the next wave of super supporters to cheer on the team at every home game. And Devin Karp is live at the Frostbank Stadium for tryout registration. Devin, the crowd's rowdy. Let's quiet it down a little bit.
You know, you feel like I think every drop of coffee in San Antonio has been drunk right here with the energy here, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Tryouts are going to be lasting all day. Registration is going until 9, but you got some pretty good competition over here. We got Spurs Libre. How's it going?
Spurs Nacho! Spurs Nacho! That's me.
Impressive.
Yes.
Okay, you think you're going to beat everyone in tryouts?
Yes, I don't know. I have the Holy Spirit with me. I love that. There's one thing I love more than the orphans, and that's the Spurs.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, show some of your moves. Show some of your moves. Whoa!
One of those, and a couple of these.
Wow, let's go.
And the nipple twist. It's another move I do.
Nice. I love it, man.
Okay.
You excited?
I'm excited.
You ready?
I'm going to do it.
Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Let's do it again.
Yes. Nice. All right, awesome. So if you want to make your way down here, there is still plenty of room left in registration. You can go online to the Spurs website to register for it ahead of time. But there's some competition. Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! I better see this energy when I get back to the studio, Sarah and Justin. For now, I'll send it back to y'all. Devin Karp live at the Freeman Coliseum. KSAT 12 News.
Oh my gosh.
Spurs, go!
Okay.
I don't even know what to say.
I vote for Spurs Libre.
That was incredible.
I mean, his stretchy pants.
that was
Stretchy
awesome.
pants. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I love it.
guy's got to be on there. I mean, that's
he's got
a
it.
given.
He's got it. You got to give it to him. He was so good.
Wow.
I love the energy.
Yes.
There's tears. There's tears. All right, that made me really smile. All right, best of luck. Hey, and Wimpy's going to be out there for
Yes,
them.
he will.
So I mean, they're going to definitely be cheering.
Yes.
He's our star. All right, thank you, Devin. 8:51, 76 degrees. We'll be right back for final weather. All right, it's game day at The Rock. Watch the Dallas Cowboys face off against the New York Giants on a massive 40-foot screen. The action kicks off at noon. Make sure to bring a blanket or some lawn chairs. Food and drinks will be available for purchase. And best of all, entry and parking is free. But will it be a free win for the Cowboys, Justin?
Well, either way, you can go commiserate with your Cowboys fans.
Oh, it's hard being a Cowboys fan as I melt.
It truly is. But I think against the Giants, I think they have a good shot. And
So there's a
yeah,
chance.
It's a good way to watch the game.
That's the
Big
Cowboys forecast for you.
Yeah. Well, Cowboys fans are like Spurs fans. They're all in.
We're all in. No matter what's going on with the team, we're there.
True. 94 degrees today, so if you are headed out, just know it'll be a little warm. 93 coming up tomorrow. There's a very, very small chance for a shower tomorrow. I wouldn't bet on it. Otherwise, we just continue as we are. Mid-90s in the afternoons, low 70s in the mornings. Not a bad week, but I wish there was a little more rain there.
All right. Go Cowboys. Go Spurs, go.
Spurs, go.
I'm going to allow you to say it.
Giggle, Maggies.
Because they won.
Yes.
Hey, have a good Sunday. For live updates, come visit our app.